Greetings everybody. It's Mr. Shaja here. We are back again. So now what is it that we are going to be looking at today is we are going to be trying to understand some of the fundamentals of trigonometry, right? So and in order for us to understand trigonometry, it is important but that we firstly, start by, understanding some of the basic concepts about trigonometry, right? So now firstly, no, by definition, I think definition can be defined as the branch of mathematics that deals with the relation. So it deals with the relation of the sides. So it deals with the relation of the sides and the angles of a triangles and also the angles of a triangle, and most importantly, and with the relevant functions of any angles, right? So which means it looks at what is the relationship between the sides and angles, and also the relation function of any angles, right? So now in trigonometry, right? Trigonometry, we have these three basic concepts to understand the trigonometry, right? So now we have what we call sine of theta, or rather sine, we have cos, and we have tan, right? So these are some of the things that help us to understand the relation of these the basic angles and also the triangles, the angles sides within a triangle, right? In trigonometry, it gives us this this mnemonic which help us to understand the relation between the sides and also the angles, right? So this relation is called now SOHCAHTOA, right? So this is one of the good techniques which help us to understand the relation that the angle have in relation to the sides, right? So now, for example, to get what each of these branch represent, for example, we are saying now, firstly, so which means sine of theta, which is the sine, right? Help us to get the relation of the side which is opposite over the side which is our hypotenuse, our hypotenuse, right? So, and now the C here, which is the cos, it can be the cos of theta. It helps us to understand the relation of the side which is adjacent and also the hypotenuse side, right? So it helps us to understand the side that is adjacent and also hypotenuse. Whereas now your T, which represent your tan of theta, which help us to understand the side which is opposite over the side that is adjacent. Once again, so which means now this mnemonic here, this mnemonic which is SOHCAHTOA, help us to understand the relation between the side and the angle, right? Now let me just put you into perspective. So now remember that for us to understand the relation of this, we need to have a triangle, right? But not just any other triangle, but your right-angled triangle, right? So now, and one of the key things about the right-angled triangle is that if we want to understand the right-angled triangle, remember it can be defined as follows, right? So now we always know that this longest side of our right-angled triangle is what we call our hypotenuse, right? Is what we call our hypotenuse, right? So what does hypotenuse mean? It is the longest side of your right angled triangle, right? Then now you have this side. Now let's say, for example, if your theta, let's say your theta is here. The side that is just next to the theta is the side that we say this side is adjacent. It is the side that we say it is adjacent, right? So any side that is just next door, right? Just next to the theta is the side that we say it is adjacent, while now the side that is opposite, yes, indeed, opposite is the side that we call an opposite side. How to get. So now this is the relation of the triangle. So therefore, which means all these ratios help us to understand the triangle together with the relation, right? So these are the three basic concept, or rather three basic things that we look at in order for us to understand this. Now, let's try and get more clarity on this to provide an understanding in terms of what is going to be the sine of theta, the cos of theta, and the tan of theta, right? So we want you to find out your sine of theta, the ratio of cos of theta, and also the ratio of tan of theta. What is it that you are going to do? Now let's start here. Isn't it that we said firstly, now let's start with sine. Let's do it here. Now, we said firstly for sine theta, we said the ratio for sine theta, it's opposite over what? It's opposite, it's opposite over hypotenuse, right? So which means the side that is going to give us the relation of sine theta, it must be the side that is opposite and also the hypotenuse side, right? So now let's say you have your value of your theta here. Now, we want you to find out what is going to be the ratio of theta in here. So what is it that you are going to do? You are going to say now, which side is going to be opposite to this theta? So the side that is opposite to this theta is going to be this side, right? So which means the side that is going to be opposite is the side BC, right? And now the side that is going to be the hypotenuse side. Remember, we said the hypotenuse side is the longest side of your triangle, right? So which means in this case, the hypotenuse side is going to be your side AC altogether. So therefore, which means the relation of side theta in this context is going to be BC over AC, right? Now let's look at cos. Now let's say now we want to find out what is going to be your cos of theta. Now, cos, we said, remember we said cos is given by adjacent over hypotenuse, right? So which side here is adjacent? So the side that is going to be adjacent to this theta here, we said, remember, it's a side just next door, right? So which means it's going to be this side AB. So AB is going to be the side that is adjacent to this, and the hypotenuse side still it's going to be your side what? It is going to be your side AC altogether, because remember the side that is hypotenuse is this longest side altogether. So therefore, which means the ratio for this one it's going to be like this. Now, let's look at now another ratio. Now let's say now we want to understand what is going to be therefore the ratio of tan of theta, right? So what is going to be the ratio of tan of theta? Now, in this case, the ratio of tan of theta, remember theta, we said it's TOA, right? Which means it's opposite over adjacent. Now, which side is going to be opposite, right? Still, the side that is opposite is still this side BC. So which means the ratio here is going to be BC over the side that is adjacent. And the side that is adjacent is just this side, which is your side AB. Are we together? So again, let's say this is the same triangle, right? But now your value of your theta is here, right? Now we want you to find the relation between the side and also the angle. Now, indeed, you are going to start with your side. Now, your side, when you start with your side, which one is going to be therefore now is going to be the relation? Let's start here. Remember, we said again, sine of theta is given by what? I think by now you remember, it's opposite over hypotenuse, right? So now which side is opposite? Now remember when it was here, the opposite side was this side, right? But now because this theta is here, the side that is going to be opposite, it's going to be your side AB now, right? So which means the side that is opposite, it's going to be AB. And the side that is going to be your hypotenuse, your side that is going to be your hypotenuse in this case, it's still your side what? Your side AC. How to get? So it's still going to be your AC Okay. Now let's look at the second one, which is your cos of theta. Now let's understand which one is going to be the relation. Remember, cos of theta, we said again, it's adjacent over your hypotenuse. And which side is going to be your adjacent? Now, remember we said the side that is adjacent is always the side just next to, right? So which means in this case, it's going to be your BC, right? Over then the side that is going to be your, now your hypotenuse, it's going to be which side? Indeed, it's going to be still your side AC, right? I want to get. So this is going to be the relation of cos, right? Now, let's try and find out what is now going to be the relation of your, let's say your relation of your tan. Now, for your tan of theta, which one is going to give you the relation of tan of theta? Now, remember your theta is here. So which one is going to be, remember theta is given by what? It's tau, which is opposite over adjacent. Now, which side is opposite? The side that is opposite, can you see? Is still your side AB. Over the side that is adjacent is this side here, which is going to be your side BC. Out again. So therefore, which means this is going to be the relation of these sides. Out again. So irregardless of whether your theta is here and here, I think by now you are fairly comfortable with being in a position to identify those. Now let's get some interesting workings again. Now, in order for us to solve this question now, I know it looks a little bit complicated, but I mean, let's see in terms of what is it that we can do. Now, if you can check this first problem here, your number one, they say write down what is going to be the ratio of your cos R. Now, to get to look at it, look. Now, firstly, for your R, for your cos R, can you see that you are in a position to find cos R? If you are firstly looking at triangle, what you can find cos R when you're looking at triangle, your P, Q, R, right? And you can also find cos R when you're looking at which triangle. Now, can you see that if this is 90 degrees, which means this is also 90 degrees, right? So which means you can also find cos R in which triangle? You can find cos R in triangle PSR, right? In triangle PSR. Are we together? So which means there are many ways in which you can find cos R. Now let's start then. Now we said, remember we said now your cos of R is given by what? It is given by adjacent over hypotenuse, right? So now if we start with this triangle now, triangle PQR, which is this bigger triangle, right? PQR, this is the bigger triangle. What is it that we can find there? Now, one thing that we can definitely find is that now your adjacent, if this is your adjacent side for this bigger triangle is going to be your PR, right? So PR is going to be your adjacent side, and your hypotenuse side is going to be your side what? It is going to be your side QR. Okay, so which means in this case for triangle PQR, that is going to be your triangle, right? Your ratios. Now let's look at for this other triangle, this smaller triangle. Now this one, hopefully you can see it. Now which one is going to be your cos R, right? So now what is going to be your cos R there? Let's start. So this is going to be which side is going to be this? If this portion right there is your 90 degree, right? So and you are looking for this, so definitely the side that is going to be adjacent is going to be your side RS. Your side RS is going to be adjacent, and your side what? And your side now PR. In this case, your side PR is going to be your hypotenuse side. Out again. Now let's look at this other question. Now they say you need to look for tan Q, right? Tan Q. You are looking for tan Q. Now let's get another nice color there. So now for us to find what is going to be our tan Q, or our tan Q, we need to firstly understand what is tan. Remember, tan is given by it is always what? It's tau, which is opposite over adjacent, right? So now what is it that we are going to do? Now, look, if you can look at this one, let's remove this so that we can see, right? Now, if you can look at this one, if you can look at this bigger triangle, now, can you see that your tan Q is this one, right? So which means in this bigger triangle, which is your triangle PQR, what is going to be now your Q? So can you see that your side that is opposite, your side that is opposite is going to be your side PR here. So your PR is going to be the side that is opposite, and the side that is going to be adjacent is going to be what? The side that is going to be adjacent is going to be your PQ. Okay. Now, however, if we look at this one, now in this case, you are going to look at which triangle? Because you are in this case, you are no longer going to look at this one. You're going to look at triangle PSQ. Now, in triangle PSQ, which one is going to be your side that is opposite? In this triangle, the side that is going to be opposite, I surely you can see that your PS is going to be the side that is opposite, since this is your 90-degree, right? So this side here is going to be opposite, and the side that is going to be adjacent, it is going to be your QS. Okay. So therefore, this is going to be the side that is opposite, adjacent. So this is as far as some of the basic fundamentals of trigonometry that you need to know in order for us to continue with this.